We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Huskies of Orlando taking on the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
24-yard gain on the play. And an Orlando first down.
Ready.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You look at this Bronco defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Young on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Ready! Panther 60! Panther 60!
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
How this to describe that one. I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there, and a Denver first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And now the rookie's free. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Here's Stroud.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Let's go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Trash.
Now Stroud.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
At the 8-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Here we go. Here we go. Strike. Watch it. Six.
Now here's Young. That's Samuel, caught left side. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it will still lead to 4th down. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it.
They'll air one out deep from Mingo. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come on. Hit. Hurt.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just run them and hit.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on fourth down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
In motion right is Mingo. Second down, back to Sanders.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Fourth down, Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's second and 20. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. Well, they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And all the way home for the Broncos.
the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Another run here with Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw, Young. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This will be caught. Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Well, that's complete to Sanders.
Now he's free up the left sideline.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decided to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
Throwing, Young. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Young.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Huskies nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. And here comes a return from the middle of the... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Broncos 21-yard line.
To throw on second down is Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it as they head out on the field for this drive. That whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
60 average. 60 back.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This one swung out to Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Stroud looking to change the play. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ready.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
Stroud now on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. Stroud now. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Well, that fourth down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. And Stroud now to throw. Still going inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Play action. Here's Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Stroud.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Fourth down. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it.
behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Sanders. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now Young going to move him around.
Red, cycle. Steel, black. Red, yellow. Set.
Now Young to throw on 3rd down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Sanders shaking and baking, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Okay, ready? Rail. Cycle. Ready.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Black Ultra.
They'll try to throw now. Young being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now here's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Moore, the man in motion.
Drill 52. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set, go.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Ready?
Young will set to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Huskies are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Go check. Ready?
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Under pressure, and down he goes. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Panther Street. Go.
Try to take this home. They'll run.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now Stroud.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wait.
Young. Into the hands of Sanders.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Young. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Broncos,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Orlando, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.
Stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't got it like this. In my box, see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Number one. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. What you I'm on the break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Number one. Starboy excellence. That's me. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Camp, it's half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cop that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna lock me at the teller, it's not that. For the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't going like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. I'm a number one like you say, set pace. Used to kick boot on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching. Rips in the denim, that's classic. These beats get wrapped like Futamaki, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Gotta act your stat, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. For the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my part C straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. What you I'm on it break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate.